Everybody. We are making some miniature hospital blankets for our Barbie doll hospital. So we like the hospital blankets that are like this, that are like the pink and blue striped. Every hospital I've worked at, the neonatal intensive cares and the labor and delivery units, those are all the blankets that we use, or that type of design was the kind of blanket that we used. And so I just love them. And so I wanted to make some miniatures, and I had made some before, and our NICU is expanding and we just need more. And I actually have a video. One of the earliest videos, I made a video on how to make these, and so I'm really just making more. And I really haven't come up with a better way to make these the way I'm doing. It's just super simple, just with fabric. This is a 6x6 square piece of white cotton fabric, and then I'm just using my craft pad here with ruler lines and pink and blue colored pencils, and I'm just coloring in some stripes. So I've seen a lot of these miniature baby doll hospital blankets available on like Etsy to buy and on eBay, and they're like, $5 to $10 each plus shipping. And it's like, are you kidding me? The actual blankets in the hospital for real babies are less than that. There's no way I'm going to spend that. And neither should you. So I want to show you how to make them very, very easily, so you don't have to spend all that money to get some miniature blankets for your Barbie baby and for your My Mini Babies if you collect the 5 Surprise. Okay, so we've got a little bit done of our blanket, and we're gonna keep on going. So hi, sweet Hanya. Glad to have you. We're making some miniature hospital blankets today for our miniature doll hospital. So we want to make a blanket for this little baby doll, and she is a My Mini Baby, but she's also the size of a Barbie baby, so that's what we're making. So we take just a 6x6 square of plain white cotton material, and then we're just coloring in the blue and pink lines. Hi, Shayla. Thanks for joining. And I was just talking about these little miniature hospital blankets that you can buy I've seen them on Etsy and on eBay, and they are so ridiculously expensive, like $5 to $10 plus shipping. And like I mentioned earlier, they're more expensive than the real blankets that are used in the hospital for real newborns. So nobody needs to spend that kind of money. You can just get a plain piece of white material and color them on yourselves. Heck, you could even use a white paper towel if you needed to. Okay, let's see. Hi, Kristen, and hi, Jelly Bean. That is a cute name. So we're just gonna keep coloring here. And I have about, I don't know, probably 5 to 8 of these little blankets made already, but our little miniature NICU is growing and we keep having more and more babies. So we're just gonna do a few more. And actually this one, I'm gonna color in. Hola, amigos. Hi, Zamak, thanks for joining. And we are just doing a little coloring on this miniature blanket for our Barbie baby hospital. Hi, Chris. Thank you for stopping in. And like these little blankets that I make are so easy and simple. I really don't even do anything with the edges. So if you're wanting it to look like super clean and not have any threads, like, I mean, you can see right here, there's threads, but I just leave it like that. I mean, hopefully one day I'll make some nice ones. Now I do have, let's see, where is it? This one, I did use some, like, it's called fabric glue on the little sides here, just so there aren't any, oh, Shayla, did I say Robert? I saw you earlier, Shayla. Thank you. Thanks for joining and thanks for watching us. Anyway, but if you use that fabric glue, that can help to not, you know, get that little edges frayed. But in the meantime, with the others, I just leave it the way it is, because actually, if I hem it, then one side is gonna be uneven. And then if I put two together, it's actually it just makes the blanket too thick. You know, it's like these little tiny Barbie babies are so small, and I want a nice thin blanket so I can swaddle them the way they need to be swaddled. Okay, can't see it all. So I'll kind of give you a little peek of our set here, our little diorama. So that's our tiny, as part of our tiny Barbie doll hospital. And then I kind of have it pointed down to the mat here, just so you can kind of see what I'm working on. So hopefully you can see that a little better. Thank you, Jelly Bean. These are super, super easy to make. You just need, you know, just a square piece of white material or white piece of tissue paper, and then a pink or blue, I'm using colored pencils, but you can actually use, I've used markers before, and I've also used crayons. Actually, this is an old one, and this was with markers, but we used it so much, it kind of smeared and stuff, so I don't know if I will use markers again. However, since I brought it out, then I will add some pink lines. Okay, hopefully everyone can see okay. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more pink to this older one. So we're gonna want to make more blankets for our little Barbie doll hospital for the babies. Right here is where I had them kind of stacked up, but we're running out of stacks. I'll kind of show you, like with this one. Hi, Yushin, you want to be an artist? That's awesome. Keep working and keep being creative. Okay, so like with this blanket, you can see the stripes just on one side, but what I'll do is I'll fold it like this, because when we swaddle real babies, a lot of times we'll fold it like that in a triangle. So I'm gonna swaddle this little 5 Surprise mini baby just the way I do a real baby. So I'm gonna do this side right here, put her little arms down and get her snugged in really good. And then I'm gonna fold up the corner and then fold this side around right there. Oh, our corner popped out. That happens sometimes. So let me just tuck that back in and put her around like that, and then move it off of her mouth. This little baby doll's name is Daisy. So we opened this on a YouTube live a few days ago, and our viewers helped us name her. So her name is Daisy. So anyway, we're making more little blankets, and I'm just gonna put the baby right there, and I will keep working on this blanket. So yeah, I've used markers before, even though they got kind of messy. I've used colored pencils. I've actually just used crayons before. Those actually may have worked the best. But I couldn't find the crayons, and so I decided to use colored pencils. So we'll just go down the line here. I realize every time I move my hand, it's bumping the camera, so hope it's not jiggling too much. And in our neck of the woods, we started school this week. So I'm a teacher. I teach nursing school. So I went back to work. My daughter, she's 10. So she's in grade school. So she went back to school. So it's been kind of a busy week. So I'm just going to work on this blanket and color in the lines with our blue and pink. I'm doing a YouTube stream. And
so you're live?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to help me color blankets? I'm just coloring stripes on them.
Can she help?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you want.
Which ones? These? Because
Yeah, so take a ruler.
What do you want us to do it on the camera?
Yeah. Here, let me draw some little lines for you. So I have some helpers now, my daughter and her friend. They're going to come help. I'm just kind of varying pink and blue stripes. Like I was working on this one here. So you can just kind of fill in the lines a little bit, but just kind of very pink and blue. Like this one is kind of finished here. You can use that as an example, even though the blues are a little bit different shade, but that's okay. Okay.
I kind of don't want to color anymore.
That's okay. Do you want to?
Not really.
No? Okay. All right.
She's not gonna do it.
I will continue then. All right. They bailed on me. That's okay. They have other things to do. Okay, so we're going to color in pink lines and more blue lines for our Barbie doll hospital. And I mentioned if you're just now peeking in, what we're doing is we're making little miniature blankets for our Barbie doll babies. And I've seen a lot of these miniature versions that you can buy on Etsy and buy on eBay and wherever else sells online. And they sell them for like $5 to $10 for one, plus shipping, which is so expensive. And, you know, really, actually a lot more expensive than the real blankets that we use for the real babies in the hospital. And so I just don't want any of you all to spend that much money when you can just do it so easy with just stuff that you have at home. So just a plain piece of white cotton material or tissue, or you could probably just even use a plain piece of white paper and color these stripes on. And then depending on how you wrap the baby, no one would probably notice. But anyway, and then just kind of alternate the pink and blue lines. You can Google hospital grade baby blankets, pink and blue, and then a picture will come up. I know a lot of times when you see any picture of a newborn baby in the hospital, you'll see them wrapped in one of these blankets, the pink and blue stripe. They also have blankets that have like little duckies on them. And then they also have some that have little footprints on them. But in our area, it's really the striped blankets that are used the most. Okay, so next I'm gonna do like an inch long stripe. So this fabric is so thin, I can see the lines on my craft pad here. That makes it super easy. So I'm just going to color these in. And to do a nice good swaddle, like this little baby, this is my mini baby. from Five Surprise to do a good hospital nurse swaddle. These blankets need to be thin, so that's why I keep them just one layer. Coloring in the blanket. And I think we will have finished 3 today. Yeah, I see these blankets made for dolls in all different sizes. I've seen them for, for reborn babies and for any of the silicone babies you can buy online. A lot of times you can also order and buy one of these little blankets. Now, I admit they're gonna look nicer than mine, but they're a lot more expensive. And I'm curious how they make them, if they have a printer that you can put, like a fabric printer, and so then they can do the design and put the different stripes on the material and make them really small. So that is super cool. It would be nice. But if you don't have a printer like that, or if you don't have a way to make, to design your own fabric, you can just do what I'm doing and just color the stripes right on. And then there's also, of course, markers specific just for fabric. But I'm just using what I have. Just using what I have. Actually, I think we had some markers specifically for fabric, but I believe my daughter used them all up doing, I don't know what, a special craft project, I'm sure, which is great. But sometimes I learn not to buy the expensive stuff or the special stuff, and just try and keep it basic. Try to keep it simple for our little Barbie doll hospital, because it can get expensive. As you know, Barbies can be pricey, even though you gotta look for them on sale and look for them on clearance. We actually just found a Barbie, a made-to-move Barbie for $10, which was a really good price, because usually they're at least like $24. So we found that at Target, and that was a really great deal. We've found better buys at Target than we have anywhere else. I really don't ever find them, for a really good sale, like at Walmart or anything. Usually if it's a good sale, I've noticed it's Target. But maybe we've just been lucky. And I typically don't find good Barbie dolls when I'm thrifting either. I see people, other people in the doll community on Instagram, or, here on YouTube, they find the most awesome Barbies that are vintage, or they're articulated and they're special or rare, and they just find them in a random Goodwill or thrift store, whatever. I'm like, you're so lucky. I never find awesome Barbies like that. Okay, so we colored in about 3. Well, we did 2, and then we kind of refreshed an old one. So I think that's a good start for today. Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate you all popping in to see us. And I'm actually in the process of trying to make some clothes for the little mini babies. And so this is one of the dresses I worked on. This one actually was a little bit too big, so I'm not ready for a pattern just yet, but it's gonna look something like that. So when I'm finished with that, I will make a video and post it, and then we can get her all dressed up, and then we can get her swaddled in her little hospital blanket. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you will subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Give us a thumbs up, and we will see you next time. Bye.